All right, students, we're on day 101. So please get your worksheets and we'll get ready to go. Capitalization, read it carefully. Try to capitalize it on your own, and then I will give you the correct answers at the end. All right, so punctuation, an em dash can be used if a statement is left unfinished. For example, watch your... Okay, so you never finished your statement, you use an em dash. Okay, so Stella's cell phone rang and she exclaimed, "No, it can't." She left us hanging, so I think I know where the em dash is going to go. Let's see if you can figure it out too. Let's take a look at the sentence. Stella's cell phone rang. First of all, whose cell phone? Stella's. There's only one Stella, so we know that this would be an apostrophe S. The cell phone belongs to Stella. So Stella's cell phone rang, and she exclaimed. Okay. This is a common error that I'm seeing in your own punctuation with your essays. When you have two independent clauses joined by the conjunction and, you put a comma before the and. So Stella's cell phone rang is an independent clause. She exclaimed is an independent clause. So it should be Stella's cell phone rang, comma, and she exclaimed, comma, quotation marks. No, they have a comma. It could also be an exclamation point. No, however you want to punctuate. Is she exclaiming this? No, it can't. Can't is a contraction for cannot. So it would be C-A-N apostrophe T. And at the end is the em dash because we don't know. No, it can't be ringing. No, it can't be for me. No, it can't be true. We don't know. It's just hanging. So we use the em dash and then the end of the quotations, okay? And no period. So it looks like this. Stella's cell phone rang and she exclaimed, "No, it can't." All right? Good job. Moving along, we have parts of speech, nouns and phrases and clauses. A noun phrase is formed by two or more words. So if you look on your handout, you can see a noun phrase can be just an adjective plus a noun. A noun phrase can be an infinitive phrase that serves as a noun. What's an infinitive phrase? Hold on to that thought. A noun phrase can be a gerund phrase that serves as a noun. What's a gerund? That was back on day 38. In case you forgot, I have this written down here for you. An infinitive phrase is to plus the verb, so that would be like to swim or to smile. A gerund phrase is an infinitive form of, the ing form of a verb. So swimming, smiling, running. Okay? So the noun plus an adjective can be a noun phrase. The infinitive phrase can be a noun phrase, and the gerund phrase can serve as a noun phrase. All right, now, a noun can serve, this is also on your handout, so take a good look. A noun can serve as a subject, a direct object, an indirect object, a predicate nominative, or an appositive. Okay, so you might even want to highlight that just to review with yourself what the different noun functions are in a sentence. Okay, a noun phrase can serve in the same way. So determine how a one-word noun would serve, and this is how the noun phrase serves. So in this example, I like steak. The direct object is steak. It's the object I like. But you could also say, I like drinking lemonade. And then drinking lemonade, the gerund phrase, is actually the direct object. Okay, now, carefully note, the directions say, write a gerund phrase in each sentence. A gerund phrase again, that's the ing. All right, so the first phrase is I dislike something. Okay, what is the noun phrase going to act as in this sentence? I is the subject, dislike is the verb, so whatever gerund phrase you choose is going to serve as the direct object. And you're going to fill that in with a gerund. Then you have something, the next one is blank is fun. All right, well, how is the gerund phrase going to serve in this sentence? We know that is the verb and fun is a predicate adjective. So that's going to refer back to whatever this gerund phrase is. So this gerund phrase in this subject sentence is acting as the subject. Okay, so smiling is fun. I don't know what you're going to say. Laughing is fun. Playing basketball is fun. Okay, but you need your gerund phrase. It's going to be acting as a subject. And then in the last one, my favorite activity, blank, is not for everyone. All right, so what do we have here? The subject is activity. The verb is. Between the subject and the verb is a comma with a gerund phrase to go there. So we know that that's going to act as the, do you remember? That's going to act as the appositive. An appositive is a noun that takes the place of another. All right, so you're going to use an ing phrase as your appositive. So my favorite activity, sleeping, is not for everyone. Or my favorite activity, praying. Well, it should be for everyone. So we won't use that one as the example. Anyways, come up with a gerund phrase for the appositive. Moving right along, prefixes, roots, and suffix. The root vis has to do with sight. So then explain these words, visual and visionary. Okay, so if we know that the prefix has to do with sight, then we need to know what the suffix has to do with. So the first one is visual. Okay, I have the suffix circled, it's AL. And then visionary, I have the suffix circled, it's ARY. So what does the suffix AL have to do with? What does it mean? It means pertaining to, or it deals with. So if vis means vision, or sight, then visual would be something that pertains to sight, or it deals with sight. That's how you put the suffix together with the prefix. I'm sorry, with the root. All right, then we have visionary. That suffix means a person connected to or engaged with. So a visionary would be someone who is connected to or who has is engaged with seeing something. All right, so you'll come up with those definitions knowing what the root word means, and then again here I have what the suffix means. Putting that together, you'll come up with your definition for visual and visionary. All right, the last thing that you need to do is sentence combining. It looks like there are 3 sentences to be combined. I look forward to doing that or reading those. As you're doing it, watch your commas when you have your 2 independent clauses. Pay attention to how you're using your commas when you write your sentences. And your period at the end. All right, capitalization. You should have done this on your own. Now you're just checking to see if you are correct. First word, in, is capitalized. In 1957, a bill creating the Commission on Civil Rights. The Commission on Civil Rights is capitalized here. And considered the first major civil rights bill. That civil rights bill is not capitalized because it's just a generic civil rights bill. The first one was because it was the Commission on Civil Rights. So the first civil rights is capitalized, the second civil rights is not. All right, so where were we? And considered the first major civil rights bill after the Reconstruction era, capitalized, was approved by the U.S. Senate, capitalized. Okay, so again, the civil rights is capitalized when it's part of the Commission on Civil Rights, but it is not capitalized when it's talking just about a generic civil rights bill. All right, I will check that carefully. Hopefully you guys have that down well. Good job. Day 101 is in the books. God bless you.